Caramel coffee. This week's episode is sponsored by some off-the-shelf caramel coffee I've got in a dirty tin.
Class. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Focus.
Do you want to smell my caramel?
No.
What does that remind you of that smell?
Oh, I can smell it. It smells off. What is that?
Caramel coffee.
It's not.
Mm.
It smells...
A wee dash of brandy in it just to get you going in the morning.
I knew there was something different. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Folk in Scotland. Now this, before you say anything, because there's things to say, before you speak, I don't know if this is a backup episode, an extra special episode, or anything until you speak. Because as soon as you start speaking, it will decide what it's going to be.
There was a glitch in the Matrix the other day.
What happened?
Right, so my morning routine,
Yeah.
go through the channels. I'm trying to avoid the Women's World Cup because you know what women are doing. We'll just encourage them to travel about and meet.
This is...
We didn't get women from different countries together. They'll share ideas.
What you've said is very appropriate for
We
today's
don't
show.
share. Anyway,
We're planning to get cancelled
so I'm
today.
dodging that. I'm dodging the women's stuff. The women's.
Oh, Jesus.
Imagine those locker rooms, the state of them.
The smell.
The smell and the state they'll be throwing.
Oh,
But,
my God.
so
We're done.
So anyway, Frasier came on. Now, Frasier's
Right.
the only American sitcom I enjoy.
It's
I
wonderful.
enjoy Frasier.
Yeah.
Some of the episodes are beautiful. It would work well on a stage.
I was going to say they're very British.
They're a
farce.
farce, they're very
Very,
farce.
very much so. Yeah.
Anyway. Oh no, I'm completely wrong. It's in the wrong order. Doesn't matter. I'll go back.
It's having the brandy.
It's a brandy. Something. No, everybody
Start
loves.
again.
Everybody loves Raymond.
The worst program
Channel
ever.
4 is the sitcoms, American sitcoms. There's Cheers, which I hate.
Love it.
Don't like Cheers.
Love it.
No, don't
Great.
like it. Don't like it. Then you've got Everybody Loves Raymond. Then you've got
Terrible.
Double Dunter of Frasier. Anyway,
Okay.
the Everybody Loves Raymond. Raymond Barone. That show's cursed. Everybody's dead in it. The mum and dad are dead. One of the kids is dead.
Oh, Jesus.
It's just a terrible show. Anyway,
Okay.
the MacGuffin of that episode is Raymond's brother, who's this giant guy.
Yes. He
Police
looks like
officer.
Herman Munster.
He looks like a monster.
Yeah.
And he is down on his luck. And the
Okay.
whole thing is, he's living in a terrible singleton's apartment. He's eating like cold meat out to the fridge and drinking fresh orange out of the carton.
That's how I live.
Yeah, exactly. He's
Oh.
living your life.
Okay.
And Raymond and his wife want to do him a favour, so they lend him £1,000. And they give
I
him
bet
a
it's
check.
dollars.
Dollars.
I've got a
Who
feeling.
cares? They'll come back to the pound eventually.
But we'll have people writing in,
Oh,
correcting us.
$1,000. How much is that? 50 quid?
About
$1,000.
that. Yeah.
So they give him it's a classic. They give him the $1,000 and he goes to Vegas with it. So they're like that. We give you that $1,000 for your life. So you didn't have to eat the cold meat and drink the juice. But he says, no, but you can't tell me how to spend my money. You know?
Mhm.
So there's an argument. And as I'm sitting there, I'm going, this is very similar to a Frasier episode, right?
All right. Okay.
So it ends, Frasier comes on, and it's the Frasier episode where Frasier lends Roz $1,500.
And she
What's the chances? And she spends
misspends
it.
it.
Yep. Now, is somebody in Channel 4 know that's happening? Or is it just pure random?
It's
Because
probably
that freaked
random.
me the fuck
but,
out.
But, and I hope you got sleep. But if someone did know that and put them together, good for
Beautiful.
them.
Good.
Good for them. Yeah.
Because what happens is Frasier and Everyone Loves Raymond, they're just on a loop. They start at the beginning and they cycle through them and then they start again.
yeah, they just go on forever.
Forever. So has this cycle just eventually
Yeah. And they've just
They've
synced
butted
up,
together?
and their periods are at the same
Like women.
time.
Like women.
Like women. Now, before we get going,
Could also say Sinead O'Connor.
okay.
Fucking hell.
Now, see, this is why I waited till you spoke, because now you've dated the show. We can't put it in the bag.
Oh, we've got to spend.
We've got to put it out now. So, Sinead O'Connor, I'm going to say it. I have said it on the show. People turned on her. They're pieces of shit. And people now are saying, oh, poor Sinead, she was a legend.
Came with
They treated her like shit her whole life.
The Evening Telegraph called her a one-hit wonder.
They did what?
Called her a one-hit wonder. Evening Telegraph. She was right, Sinead O'Connor.
Jesus,
She was right.
fucking...
She had a hard life. She was only
Go and listen to the stuff she recorded with Ja Wobble, and
only harmed herself, and she was 100% right in the Catholic Church.
she was 100%
She was
right.
ahead of the curve.
Now, I think that was Saturday Night Live she'd done it on.
Yeah.
The crowd were in silence. People who weren't even Catholic were furious at her. The next week, Joe Pesci came
Oh,
on,
Pesci.
and he had a picture taped together of the Pope, and he said if Sinead O'Connor was there, he would smack her. That little fucking piece of shit.
Oh, piece of shit.
What a piece of shit. The people
The
turned on her whole life.
All popes knew they were fucking bairns, and we'll cover it up.
We'll cover up. Listen, she suffered from terrible mental illness her whole life, and people exploited it, laughed at her, attacked her over it. Our son, just a year and a half ago, committed suicide, and people are going to look at the state of her.
She was just.
It's
I
terrible.
Think I remember that video, and as a young guy, when did that come out? Nothing compares to you.
1990.
So I had been 15.
Calm down.
No, 15.
What are you?
I was born 75. 50.
Am I that old?
Yes, you're real old. In 1990, I was 15 years old,
Okay.
and I just fell in love with that lassie.
She
I'd
was
never seen.
amazing.
I think she's the most beautiful thing that's ever lived.
I said on the show before, I'm sure it was the Late Show. Channel 4 used to put them on.
Yeah.
And she was singing Mandinka.
Mm.
And I just thought she was this creature from another planet.
But that emotion in that video, she cries in it.
Oh,
And then the thing is, she wasn't vain. Beautiful, but not one of those not vain
didn't
people.
care.
Didn't give a fuck. Got older. And they did that thing, oh, she's old now. She's pulled me in. She didn't give two fucks. Didn't give two fucks.
Disgusting. Anyone who spoke badly of her just because you jumped on the bandwagon, part of the mob, you should be fucking ashamed of yourself now.
Yeah. And they're all,
She was right. She was wonderful, talented.
Now we've got Taylor Swift. And Taylor Swift, before she has any utterance,
Yeah.
she has a corporate meeting about it. The whole thing's discussed.
But
No spontaneity.
she's brought
Can't afford-
nothing to the world of music. Sinead O'Connor was astounding.
How old is Taylor Swift?
I don't know. I think she
She's-
must be 30 now.
She's still right. She has kind of boyfriends just so she can get material about being angsty.
I
about it.
don't know. I just think the whole thing's corporate. I just don't believe any of
It's
it.
all corporate. But as
I
they
don't
said,
know.
they said, oh, you've harmed your career, Sinead. And she says, no, Mike, it didn't harm my career. She says, it stopped a few executives from buying like a house in the Barbados. It didn't have fucking, no, she said, no, didn't affect me.
And sadly, she's gone, and it's terrible. And yeah, fuck it. People who were nasty to her, or Joe Pesci, go and fuck yourself.
Have you seen
you
this, so,
walking corpse?
Joe Pesci looks like a human gooch.
He's a
He's
fucking.
a wrinkly
He's
little
a
fucker.
ball bag. I
He-
hate him.
He thought he was a musician and a singer. Listen
Yeah.
to some of Joe Pesci's stuff.
Oh, what a prick! What a prick!
Yeah, sad,
Oh,
very,
it's
very,
sad.
very sad. There's been a few deaths of late.
Before
So
was
Tony
the- right.
Bennett and her died very close to each other. Two
Yeah.
great. Tony Bennett, lovely man.
Lovely, but you know, that's
Good
more of a
age.
celebration
Yeah.
with his life than anything else. Okay, to move on. So now we will put this show out as an extra special. We'll put it out Saturday or Sunday or something. It'll be an extra special just because we love and care for our listeners.
One extra special. They'll still moan about it.
I've got a few personal things to say.
Uh huh.
Chris, thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
Why?
Just because.
Don't bother. like
Stacey, Stacey.
Don't pet a pig.
Hold on, Stacey, you're doing fine, mate. We've got a great wee community here. If you need to reach out or anything, talk to any one of us. Talk to me. Talk to Goran.
No,
anything.
please don't talk to me.
Don't ignore that. Any one of us, you're doing fine, mate.
Send me a
Next
fiver
one.
in the post, and I'll say.
No.
I'll
Listen, I am being fucking. This is my serious face.
I'll give him a reach
Do you
around.
see my eyebrows?
I'll give him a reach around for $7.50.
My eyebrows raised.
$7.50 for a
Serious
reach around.
voice. So right. Oh, and last one.
Uh-huh.
Last one. Mark sent us something.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And he sent us a little card, and it says, "Dear Sons of Scotland," that's us, "saw this and thought of you. Enjoy." And he signed his name, which looks like
Let's see.
it's not a signature, more of a. It's not a swastika, is it? Now,
It looks like a fox getting a metal rod stuck up its arse.
that's exactly what I thought. Now, he sent us Iron Brew
Is he wanting
millions
It's-
jelly babies.
I'm going to put this up in the wall.
Yeah. Now
Oh,
that is now what's it called? What is it? Get it? We'll have to read out his. Now listen, be nice to him because be nice to him because he has connections in sewing.
He's like you. He's always soft. flaccid. It's so retro flaccid.
Go and look. He made this
Get ready.
beautiful. Look at this
He
dice.
did. He's
Look
a
at
talent.
that.
He's a
talented
man.
guy. And if
Oh,
you
look,
need
look,
him,
look.
look at that.
Up
If
there.
you need him for your personal, but don't mess with him because he'd have you embroidered.
He would have you
But-
sewn into a sack and thrown into the tea.
Exactly. But if you need him for some, I don't.
What is
I
it?
don't know.
What is he giving us before
hold
I'm
on,
thanking
hold on.
anybody?
It's Iron Brew
Oh.
Jelly Babies.
Oh. Open them.
Now, I'm open them.
Look how you open things chaotically.
What? I'm gonna.
Go and get the sweetie jar down. We'll put
I'm
this-
going. No, no, I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna eat. I got the powder in my throat. I'm gonna eat them on the podcast because everyone loves that sound in there.
Do you think they taste Iron Brewy?
Yeah.
Well, no,
Mm-hmm.
they don't. They're just fruit.
Oh. Just a
That's,
prawn cocktail.
that's not an official Iron Brew product.
It's not. Oh my god. I've just read it.
It's Iron Brew spelt in the.
It's spelled properly.
Mhm.
This is stolen. This is Scottish stolen valor.
This is, where are these made? This is not a Scottish product.
Oh my god.
God, it's like you.
I bet Mark's been involved in this skullduggery.
God, look, it's the same as you. Look,
What?
store in dry conditions, avoiding direct sunlight and heat sources.
That is me.
As you.
Oh my god.
Where are these made? There we go.
There's a,
Ah!
you're dropping them. But Mark, thank you very much. They're delightful.
Oh, listen.
I think they're cocaine coated.
Buchanan's Unit 22,
Uh-huh.
Avondale Business Park, Ballyclare. Is this Irish?
I think a soft war has started. Oh, here we go. Mark, thank you very much. We appreciate that. And you are you going to just eat them off the ground? Yep, of
Yeah.
course you do. Of course you do.
Does anyone know? I'll tell you the story of Iron Brew.
Yeah.
Why Iron Brew came around.
Yeah.
It was the docks,
Right. Okay.
and people were drinking alcohol.
Right. Okay.
And when you're fucking building a big ship, it's maybe no good to be pished.
Probably.
Hot rivets and that, not good.
Health and safety gone
so
mad.
bars came around with the Iron Brew flavour. It's not really supposed to be fruit. It's supposed to taste almost like a whiskey.
Right. Okay.
So it was a soft drink. People would drink an alternative to alcohol. That was it.
Did it work? It's still here.
No, because people just put whiskey in it.
We're the only country. Scotland's the only country in the world.
Sadly, I don't think that's the case anymore.
Is it not? Well,
No.
for a long time we outsold
Oh, wow.
Coca-Cola. The
And it's-
only.
You can't sell Iron Brew. Big Cola.
Well, they're
kept
on
out,
strike.
Iron Brew was kept out of America.
Right, but they're going on strike soon.
Who, the Iron Brew
people. The
Well,
factory. So
What's quite sad about it is
there'll be riots.
when I was a student in Glasgow, glass bottles of Iron Brew were basically legal tender.
Yes. Yeah.
And I used to
you'd
buy
hand
all
them
my
in.
fags and my rollies with the Iron Brew bottles. I had thousands. I was drinking like 2 or 3 glass bottles of Iron Brew per day.
Oh my
Never
God.
slept. But the thing is now, because of the sugar tax, it's it's terrible Iron Brew now.
Oh right.
But you can still buy for a higher price original recipe, which means it's got sugar in it.
I think the sugar tax is working. I think they're seeing benefits.
Well, the
from it.
gunts aren't going away anytime soon.
Oh, there's a lot of gunts now.
Because women
that
store
sounds
like a pouch.
You're being a bit sexist, which is funny
Men
because
can get gunts too.
hold on.
Hold on.
No, but you just said women.
No, hold
you
on.
followed it with women. You just
When I've been speaking about guns, I hope none of the listeners are thinking that's a misogynistic thing. Because I've seen some male gun in Dundee. There's a bus driver who goes about and he rests his gun on his steering wheel and he's got his hands just behind his head like that. And he just
steers with a gun.
He drives the bus with
That's
a gun.
impressive.
Because it's like an elephant's, kind of tip of an elephant's
A
trunk.
lot
Very
of
sensitive.
nerves in it. Yeah. Now listen. Wait. Hold on.
Uh-huh.
This show
Mhm.
is based on the last show. Well, what happened is we made statement about pickup artists. So I looked into pickup artists.
Are they still a thing?
Yes, but
A
I've got
band in the country.
I've got a twist. There's a pickup artist for the ladies. We can teach today exclusively. Well, not really, but it's on the internet. You can get it. But the point is,
You mean for
we
the
can
ladies.
teach the ladies how to pick up the gentlemen.
That's no good work.
No, hold on. It does.
Mm.
Wait. You've got to hear me out
No,
because
don't
I've got a theory and a story. And I'll tell you the
You
story.
can't hear the wee women's voices in a busy pub environment. It doesn't work. It's like, you know how dogs don't listen
They
to women?
don't speak once in this.
Dogs don't listen.
This
Go on,
is
go
why
on,
you
let's
don't
hear it.
understand.
Let's
This
hear
is
it.
what you
Oh,
don't
I
understand. Okay,
understand.
now I'll give you a story to why I think this does work. Stop eating. So, what happened? I can hear it right in my ears, and everyone else can. It's disgusting. Oh my God.
Mhm.
Now, many years ago,
Mhm.
I'll talk about me and my girlfriend.
Oh, please don't.
No, wait. Just listen. This is an important story.
Mhm.
Looking back on it, I know for a fact she played me to draw me in. And I'll tell you why. We didn't know each other that well, but we went to the beach one day,
Jesus.
right? And she's all dressed up, you know, the wee dress, her hair's all flown around, black hair down to her waist, the usual. And she's like completely inappropriate for the beach. But I know she was playing me. I'm not a dafty.
No, no, no.
Well, hold on, right? So she goes up to the sand dunes and she's ahead of me. And then she frolics. Girls who frolic, they're drawing you in. They're casting that hook.
Well, she's got feet like a camel, so she's quite good on the sand.
She was absolutely fine.
Right, good, okay.
So she's throwing that hook out, right? And she frolics down the sand dune. But it's quite steep. And she falls. And I
Tumbles.
thought, hold on. The old damsel in distress routine,
classic,
okay?
Classic.
So I slowly walk towards her, being all manly, and I put my hand out to help. And when she turns around, I've never seen so much blood in my life. She'd headed the ground.
Period.
No, she'd headed the ground and smashed her nose,
Okay.
right? So there's blood everywhere. So we sit on the sand for 20 minutes with her head back, pinched her nose.
Do you dip a biscuit
Listen
in it?
to the story. No, now hold on. After 20 minutes, she grabs hold of something in her nose, and it's a foot-long blood clot that she pulls out. It lands in the sand, and it looks like a
Wriggles away, buries itself.
cinnamon-coated slug,
Uh-huh.
right? And she feels a bit better. She's covered in blood. It's all drying in. It's going, I'm not daft. I knew what she was doing.
Okay.
She was hustling me.
Did you
18 years
breaks
later.
down?
No, listen, I'm a gentleman.
18 years.
18 years later, I'm still there. Now that is a hustle, and she done it perfectly.
Yeah, that's
When she stood up, she was even dizzy.
Pardon me.
It was
That's like a scene out of Casablanca.
exactly right. She
That's-
played me. I'm not daft.
That's such romance.
I'm not daft. I know what's going on.
Well, this is what that's what's called female wiles.
Yes, a burst nose
Okay.
every time.
I watched a YouTube video. I like watching people fucking with the police and the police fucking with people. I
Yeah.
love like body cam stuff.
Right.
And it's a lassie. The police have got a report that a man has been assaulted in the street by this woman.
Okay.
And it must have been quite serious because a number of people have phoned in.
All right.
So the police hustle up. And here's this guy, looked like a bit of a douche to be honest, shades on, walking down the street. And they're
Okay.
like, he fits the description of the victim of the assault.
Uh-huh.
So they go up to him and they say, and he says, no, nothing happened. And they know he's lying because he's got big scratch marks on his
Right.
neck.
Okay.
And they're wanting his name. But a lot of people are a bit gun shy of the police. So if the police come and approach you and want your name,
Yeah.
there's a whole thing now. Don't give them any details.
Yeah.
And I can understand to a degree, but there's an active crime happening.
Yeah.
So the police are entitled to ask, what the fuck is going on here?
Mm-hmm.
A woman's he's been assaulted by a woman, but he could have been trying to attack her. They don't know what's
they
going on.
don't know. They need to find out.
He kind of refuses. So they have to put him in the back of the car. They then drive down the road, and here's this lassie sat on the pavement. And they start speaking to her, and she's fucking rambling. And it's
Right.
clearly some domestic things happened. So they kind of speak to her, and she's being very cooperative, starts swearing, starts being very abusive. They put chains in her, she starts spitting on them. She kicks a police officer in the face and
Oh my-
breaks his specs.
Oh
They have to
Jesus.
shackle her, put a spit hood on her, put in the back of the car. She's going wild, destroying the place.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have to get her into another car, kicking the window, headbutting it. She's going crazy, asking for cigarettes, all kinds of mad stuff. Get
What's
her
on
to the-
TV tonight?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
She's injured her knee. Get her to the hospital, and she does a thing. She starts like that. This is what's wild about some women. From being a crazy maniac banshee,
Yeah.
willing to kill men,
Yeah.
she sat there and she starts going, yeah, what do you do the weekends? Starts batting her eyelids. The boobs are out a wee bit more, and she does a thing. where-
It'd work with me.
yeah, it would
Yeah.
work. The police officer says you have to move. Rather than getting up off the shit chair, she goes like this, look.
All right, okay.
and just arches her back.
That's the way I stand.
And it doesn't work with the police at all. The
By
guys
this
are-
point, they're like, this fucking crazy.
but
yeah.
mental. You saw just the women's
change.
capability. I'm not saying your girlfriend's as mad as that. Well, I kind of am.
Yeah, you are. You've actually said it to her face.
It's the whole
She's
playbook.
pointed out to me, you've actually said to her face several times, what was it you described her as? I can't remember. It was, I'm sure it was chaotic or frightening. I think you used frightening to describe her.
I don't find her frightening. She must be. There must be some chaos magic if she's with you, because a non-chaotic person couldn't have put up with your chaos. I know they speak about yin and yang, little and large.
But I'm not chaotic.
Yeah, very chaotic. He showed me his studio, everyone,
Oh, it's beautiful.
and the sad thing is, it was quite needy because he wanted me to go and see it. But
Wait a minute.
when I
You took me in here yesterday
after,
to show.
I was being polite. But what he in his mind.
Yeah.
In his mind, it's like, in his mind, he thinks it's like just pristine. In reality, it's somewhat different. It's like, I don't know if anybody's seen Minority Report. There's a bit where Tom Cruise gets an eye transplant and he's reaching for the fridge. And in the top shelf, there's a lovely bottle of milk and a fresh sandwich. But what he picks up is the bottom shelf, which is mouldy milk and a mouldy sandwich.
So today's show,
Continue.
and then
You
you.
take these away.
Then I
hold on,
was
hold
up-
on, hold on.
Oh my God, you're awake at the sweetie jar. So today's show, you will like this.
Just
We-
bear with me.
You do know we're in the middle of a show.
No, but
We're in the middle of a show.
it's okay. They don't,
It's ridiculous.
they don't care.
Thanks again, Mark. They're lovely.
They're lovely.
They're really good. He was complaining about them, but he's eaten 3/4 of a fucking packet.
I've complained about meals in restaurants. I've always eat it. I'll always eat everything.
So today's show,
Mm.
after
Oh,
20
just-
minutes, we're
okay.
getting started. This is for the ladies. We're going to teach ladies how to pick up the gentleman.
It's just having your tits hanging out. It's not. Women are difficult to allure.
Yeah, but no.
Men are easy.
Men are easy, but here's the thing. It's difficult for
Uh-huh.
women to get the right man.
No, it's not.
No, it is. It is. Just please.
There's
I've got,
plenty of them.
I wrote
going
it down.
about.
It took me ages to write it down. Please just
Okay,
go with
okay. You
it.
want
So,
me
okay.
to play along?
Play along with it. Right.
Let's hear it. Okay.
So, we'll go to number one.
One. Okay.
Now, if they're wanting, oh, by the way, this was written by a man, and it's possibly our most sexist show ever.
Don't worry.
Right? Trigger finger warning.
The thing is, women listen, but it's like, you know, a kitten with a piece of string.
Oh Jesus!
It's transfixed with
Please
the
stop.
string. It doesn't know how the
Please
string's
stop.
made. So a woman can listen to this without
I've
taking
put all
any
my effort into
information.
this show, and I'm just watching it circling the drain.
It's okay.
So-
They know I'm joking, but they don't get get humour,
they don't
so it doesn't matter.
So,
They're just like this. Mhm.
uh-huh.
No, maybe we a man with them that can explain what we're
Oh,
speaking about.
here we go.
All right, okay.
Oh my God!
Okay,
please.
go on.
Think of sex as a numbers game. Get used to being
2-3
rejected
minutes.
as many times. What, you do it twice? Get used to being rejected. Ask as many men as possible, and statistically, you should score a few hits.
Oh,
If
no, that's-
rejected,
yeah.
Move on. Don't worry about it. Grow a thicker skin. That's not for women.
That's a male technique.
That's a male technique.
I know a guy who did that. He would ask every single woman he met out. He would everyone.
and then every now
It
and
could be
then,
it could be a fucking 70-year-old lollipop lady to like a fucking lassie, Bonnie Lassie, working at McDonald's. Everybody got asked,
everyone.
and it was the scattergun approach, but it worked.
I suppose.
But no,
I don't like talking to people.
the thing
so-
is, mate, that's everyone's approach now.
all right. I need
Because
someone to
like
fall
you
down
and
a
I
hill
are
and
too old
smash
for
their nose
online
in.
dating. Online dating, never done it in my life.
Oh, I did.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
But online dating is the scattergun approach. You just try and everybody comes on, just everybody.
I'm so old. I was doing online dating on dial-up.
You were on teletext.
Jesus. There used to be. You could meet people
Was
on
there?
teletext.
Can you imagine?
Ooh, it's not good.
The oh yeah, that's insane.
So the scattergun
There's a thing on
approach-
Radio 4 yesterday,
approach does work.
and it was what the new thing is, because people's busy executive lives,
yeah.
folk are speed dating. They're going on 15 dates a day.
Wait, no. Listen, There's
There's
people in
lo-
this building I've known for 7 years, and I can't remember their names.
No, neither. I
could
forgot
you-
somebody's name the other day.
How could you do it?
said their name and I couldn't remember who they were.
Yeah, you completely forgot.
Forgot.
And you see her most days.
The 15 dates a day, and she said she would just she didn't have more than a day off, so she just scheduled it. Everyone's working from home, so everybody's got free time. But she said some of the men got annoyed when they're like, "Where are you off tonight?" "Oh, I'm going on my 7th date." And then one guy phoned in to say
It does
he
water
did
it down.
speed dating 10 years ago, and he went on 15 dates, 16 dates in one day. But he said he married the woman he had in the first date.
You know who it was?
Oh,
The one with the biggest tits. Now,
yeah.
number 2.
Imagine you went on a date.
Yeah.
You've got 15 girls you get to see.
Right.
First girl you see, massive tits.
Oh, God. How do you move on? Well, here's what
Oh my
that
God,
is.
that sounds bad, doesn't it?
It does. No, I could follow
But you
that
know
up.
what I mean?
I watched the guy, and it was a documentary,
Mm.
and he's this disgusting, slovenly, horrible, greasy man. And he goes into this office in London, and it was to get like Latvian wives or something.
Oh, I know this.
And there was a big book, and he opens it, and there's this girl. She's like a model. She's stunning, and she's a doctor. She volunteers at the dog pound.
Uh.
She loves housework. She just this woman could do everything that a particularly sexist kind of man would think.
Yeah.
And she is the most beautiful girl you've ever seen.
I've seen that very.
And he goes, I wonder who's on page number 2.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He was
to
still
arts-
selected.
I went to art school with a guy. I'm not going to say his name. He had such he was nothing much to look at.
Yeah.
His personality was lacking.
Okay.
He was just tedious.
Okay.
His standards in women were. He said, no, they've got to have blonde hair. They've got to be 5'10".
What?
They've got to be slim. They've got to have this. They've that. That's my type. And he's got to die alone.
You know what?
But
My
he must
friend.
wank like fuck.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's wanking it gets them there.
But that's what's happened to men. That's what all this bullshit's about.
Yeah.
That's all this
It's nonsense. I had a friend.
cigar smoking shit.
I had a friend that was exactly the same. No, he had a list of what he expected from women. I says, you could go out tomorrow and meet someone who's the complete opposite of everything there, and they turn out to be your
Wonderful.
best mate.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. People have a type. It's ridiculous. The kind of best
You're
time,
restricting
the
yourself.
best time for men was
When? Last
after,
Monday.
after the First World War.
Okay.
Half of us had been shot to bits. A quarter of the people left were missing legs and eyes.
Right.
If you had most of your faculties, there was just hoaching with women, and they couldn't be fussy.
So basically, your main attribute was that you could get on the bus yourself.
Yeah.
Oh.
But now, because is there more women than men?
Yeah, it's
There
just
still
slightly.
is. That gives us an edge because we die quicker.
But I've never had problems meeting. There's this thing
Men,
online.
yeah.
well, you don't meet.
Luckily,
you can't
women
talk.
aren't particularly fussy.
They're not fussy, so I've never had an issue.
It's an old.
I've never.
There's a lot of guys that just these sad cunts that live in their basements and they're just these incel types.
The incels scary.
They're
I
never
don't like
willing.
that.
They're terrifying, but they're never willing to change themselves.
Yeah, they're right. They're.
This is me.
yeah.
You're like that. You're a filthy bastard.
the
But
whole.
even then, I know grotesque human beings, like
Yeah.
slovenly, lazy, fucking sweaty bastards, and
Uh-huh.
they've got a partner.
Yeah. Don't stare at me when you say that.
Yeah,
But the point is,
it's
no, we're joking here. But when you see the incels, that frightens me.
terrifying
It's.
because they'd be fine.
I
but
don't know how
it's
to deal
the
with that.
online community that's ground up in this hatred of women.
Yeah.
Change yourself a little bit.
Yeah. Sort yourself out.
Wash yourself. Have a haircut.
Yeah.
Be interested.
And it always comes down to sex.
yeah.
And it's like.
And you know those incels are going to be very piss poor at sex. It's like riding a bike. If you've
Oh.
not learned how to ride a bike by the time you're 40, you're not going to.
It's going to be. I think you can, but you might need 3 wheels.
I know a 60-year-old virgin guy,
Yeah.
and the poor woman that had intercourse with him is in for an absolute treat. That's fucking 45 years of just calcified jizz.
Oh,
It'll come out
God.
like a spear.
Oh, it'll be like porcelain.
Ken those machines that
Ugh.
make spaghetti? It'll just come out in it. Yeah,
I'll get stuck in your throat.
like talcum powder.
Number 2.
Oh.
I think it's
You know those puff balls?
I suggest to
mushroom.
everyone that you join us on Patreon for just as little as $2 a month to see the full video version of this, so you could see Goron go poof in the actions that come with ejaculating dust. Number 2, eye contact. Men just don't love breasts. They also, on occasion, look at the eyes. That's what this said. Flutter eyelashes.
When was this written?
Oh, I don't know. Look at target. Hold for 3 seconds, then look away. Don't wear too much eye makeup. You will only look cheap.
Jesus Christ.
Isn't this incredible?
Yeah.
I was reading this last night and actually
The-
having a proper laugh.
But there's a wing of masculinity, the cigar smoking.
It's not
alpha
masculinity.
male. No, it's not.
It's not.
But what they're looking for now is they want some return to medieval fiefdoms.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't
no.
like it. They think all the modern things has made men soft.
No, that's nonsense. That's absolutely nonsense. It's absolute nonsense.
It's
You want to know
garbage.
what a real man is? It's a guy, he's working a shitty job, goes home to his family,
Yeah.
he's soft, he's gentle, he's caring, and he's loving. That's what a
Yeah.
man is.
If
I'm tired of this sitting around ignoring women.
these
and
men,
women make
get
me
my
food.
shoes, it's ridiculous.
Bugatti and all this
But
shit.
a man,
Fuck off.
a man in the household that behaves like that, he's not. He's making sad children.
Yeah. It's terrible.
It's awful.
It's terrible. That's not the way it just... If anyone's listening to this show...
Okay,
and
guys,
they
imagine
believe
you're
this,
a dad with children. You go, I want to toughen my son up.
Oh, that's...
But
as soon as I hear
that means, well, you're tough.
Yeah.
That means there's something really sad about you. You think you're weak.
Yes.
And you know, that kid's weak like me. I need to toughen him
My
up.
dad wanted my life to be full of art and music
Yeah.
and having fun.
Yeah.
And,
There's
Oh,
a lot of male.
Jesus.
There's a lot of male traits. Again, it's good. Males should be willing to look after people, protect children and women. That's what it's. It's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing.
But
I'm slightly old fashioned. I do open doors for people.
I open
There's
doors.
nothing wrong
Not,
with anyone.
not for
Yeah.
women. I
No.
open doors for everyone.
Anybody that's needing a hand.
Do you think I'm
yeah.
going to slam a door in someone's face?
Yeah.
That's
But,
ridiculous.
yeah,
But if someone's
it's-
listening to this and they believe in the Andrew Tates or anything like that,
well, he's
this is someone-
reappeared.
Yeah.
He's back.
but this is someone who's offering you an answer to life. There is no answer. We discussed this before. There
Yeah.
is no answer.
No, nobody
As
has.
soon as someone starts offering you answers, run away. Turn around
Switch
and run
off
away.
immediately.
You're
Andrew
gonna be
Tate,
fine on your
Andrew
own.
Tate is a chinless twat. He's there's a deep insecurity at the heart
There's
of that
something missing.
man. Yeah,
I don't know if it's just a hug or I just don't know what happened. but something
somebody
happened.
fucked him up.
Something happened.
I bet his dad was probably a piece of
It
shit.
was probably horrible.
His
Tommy.
dad was a weak man like him, and he's beget a weak man. He's made another weak.
It's awful.
Insignificance. Andrew
And-
Tate will be utterly forgotten about very soon.
Ugh, so it's the way it always
But I
goes.
watched a documentary about him, and they go to this. It's like a gay orgy.
It's a gay orgy where there's a lot of tussling.
They tussle, and then they fight each other.
Yeah.
What is that? Yeah.
Well, it brings out the man in you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Ah.
now, girls.
So eye contact.
yeah,
I worked as a sales job once for the gas, and they had this, and I didn't like it. But when I was there the first week, I noticed all the salespeople just maintained this unnatural eye contact, and it's off-putting. You have a natural.
That's
you
not-
glance
that's
and look
scary.
at- yeah, but they just thought
but
that
they've been
worked.
told stare.
You have to
know.
keep eye
Yeah.
contact.
I'm going to give
Makes
you
you sincere.
a
It
story.
doesn't. Uh-huh.
I think I've told the story before,
Okay.
and I may have regretted it, and I'll regret it again. But the story is relevant because in this, some girls are born running. They know who they are at a very young age. When I was 23, 24, I met this girl in St Andrews, and we went back to her place. Getting very frisky. It was going very well.
Uh-huh.
Because it was meant she was going to make me dinner and that. Oh, very nice. And at one point, we were so frisky,
Uh-huh.
she says, come to the bathroom.
Okay.
Went to the toilet. She opened the toilet seat
Did you want shit? on
and
you?
she went, what do you think of that? And there was a shit in it already. And I went, what? And she went, and she looked at me. Now, this girl was an expert. She was so young, but she knew her audience. And she went like that, nothing. Put the toilet lid down, flushed the toilet, went back, never mentioned it
She
again.
was wanting you to eat that shit.
I don't know.
She was.
But I had my
Black
spaghetti.
pudding lovers.
I had my spaghetti and I was done.
That's a
6
weird-
months later, I left her.
The thing
Never
is,
mentioned
no,
again.
The thing is,
Never mentioned.
I have a no. Men, you know who you know who's more prissy out of the sexes? Men.
100%.
Women, think about being a woman. There's a lot more poking and prodding goes on.
Is that the technical
No,
term?
but say the act of childbirth. It's
That's
not like
lot
a
of
stork.
poking and prodding.
There's a lot of fluids in that.
Yeah.
Women are an earthier lot, and they're more
Stickier.
Yeah,
Stickier
they're more
lot,
in tune.
yeah.
Men like the only emission that comes out of man's a bit of jizz, and then you feel guilty about it. But men are like women. You know what I mean? From an early age,
You only feel guilty if you're doing it right.
women come out the starting blocks. I remember being at school. They've got that. They become women before the boys become men,
Yeah.
and they just have themselves more sorted. A
But this
female
girl's was...
male groups shoot the shit. Male
was
friendships
young.
is good, but I think good female friendships. I think there's a better.
But I've often thought about
Yeah.
this girl, because
Mm.
that was like, what the fuck? Never mentioned again.
Yeah,
But she was about
she,
20.
She was one you teeter shit.
Now
She'd got into shit,
she's in her late 40s now.
Playing
What is
with
she doing?
smeared in it.
She's a doctor now.
God's sake,
Yeah.
she'll have Bobby Sands
Actually, a
parties.
really important doctor.
Just her whole room's just smeared in her shit.
Jesus, that's not
Dirty
for,
protest.
Not for me. I was out of that shit, man.
Imagine if she'd actually.
Ugh.
It was a Mars bar. She'd cleaned the toilet immaculately.
Yeah.
Then she squished up a Mars bar and put it in there. And then she reached in and ate it in front of you, and you think she's eating a bit of shit.
I don't believe in violence, but I would have probably, in retreat,
Why would you
kicked
show
and
somebody
smacked
a
her and then
shite?
ran away.
Yeah.
That's what she done. I was like, I've told people this for years, and no one has come
Ah.
up with this answer of actually what was going on.
Funnily enough, there's a lassie I work with, and her and her friend group,
Yeah.
and they're all educated women. When they take big shits, they send it to each other. It's maybe a women.
What the...
Maybe we don't know maybe it's perfectly normal in the women community.
What?
Just shite.
Do you think so?
Yeah, possibly.
Oh my
I don't
God.
know. It's not.
It
something
sounds
like that.
likely.
It's like the Masons. That's
Yeah.
what the women. That's just
They look at each other.
women
shit.
don't have a handshake. They have a shit. You know when
She didn't want me to do anything with this
No,
shit. She
no.
was just going, "What do you think?"
Yeah.
And I was going,
You know
"Hey,
how
that's a good one."
when I
On with the night.
if I was to sniff your arse,
Please.
I'd maybe get some inkling of what you had for your tea last night. When women
Oh,
and
tomato
dogs
soup.
smell each other arses, they know everything about them, the size of them, everything. It's incredible. Women are maybe more.
Could I ask you to stop speaking at this point?
Maybe women are just more nostrilled. Maybe that sense is stronger.
So what I done is I rejected a handshake
Yeah,
rather than me
a
thinking it was.
friendship.
I got
That wasn't
got
sex.
frightened,
She was letting you into the inner sanctum of womanhood.
and I'm not going to lie, I was frightened.
You were getting the key to the sacred temple, and you turned
Oh.
it down.
But you only get one chance. It'll be like the Jehovah's
She
Witnesses.
says,
You
she's-
get one
she's like
opportunity,
Pilgrim.
you're out.
1,000,000 years of humankind. And she says, we have decided, all women have decided to offer you this rare gift.
I was Muad'Dib.
Yeah.
They were the sisterhood. They were the Bene Gesserit,
She's
whatever they're
she's a
called.
Bene Gesserit
And
sister.
I was Muad'Dib, and all I had to do is grab the turd, and I fucking failed.
You'd have grabbed that turd.
In the
It's
story,
not a real turd. Turned
it's,
it.
it's gold.
A wall,
A wall
slid back.
opens.
There's a staircase.
And
you
you go
start
up,
walking.
and there's like a big flat screen TV.
No,
and,
nuns wearing white, big tits hanging
Oh
out.
my God, I blew it. I fucking ruined my
We will-
life.
You will live forever, Findas, and we shall pleasure you orally for 1,000,000 years.
What, they're going to talk to me? Jesus.
Tell you jokes.
Oh my,
Feed you your favourite food.
oh my God.
Wipe your wee bum.
Oh.
Everything's perfect. Just coddled for the rest of your life. You're like, oh.
And all I needed to do was reach out.
Reach into the sacred key.
But you know what I did? I went, what?
Yeah.
And then I grabbed it, I put my hands up to my neck and went, what's going on?
Weak.
And then she went like that. Nothing. Flushed the toilet.
Sister,
And it went into the U-bend
sister,
of
did
darkness.
he accept the gift? He is not worthy, sisters.
He is not the shitty Muad'Dib.
Another
Fuck.
1,000 years.
I
He will
blew
be
it.
reincarnated and come again.
I had my moment.
Mhm.
I never thought of it like that. But you know
Because
what?
if you look
I
at women,
think you're right.
if you look at women's anuses, they're not round. They're like a keyhole.
Was I meant to? Okay, we'll move on. Number 3.
We're going to have to watch ourselves because we've uncovered a deep truth.
The
A deep
sisterhood
truth,
will be
yeah.
after us with with their shit.
That door's no keeping them out.
No, not that door. Be clear with
We
your
don't have enough pairs of boobs up on there, by
We
the
need
way.
some boobs.
Yeah.
That's true.
Somebody send us things with boobs.
We need boobs.
Yeah.
Now, Chris, that's not your boobs.
Yeah, I know.
We'll make that
God.
clear. You got to be careful what you say around him.
Imagine the milk that comes out of them.
It would be like that.
Just all three.
It'd be like the powder on these sweeties.
Oh.
Be clear with your intentions. If you like a guy, say something like, I like you. This will make the target understand what's going on, as men generally aren't mind readers.
It's not a complicated business
It's not.
because the human population is just getting out of control. So somebody knows what they're doing.
I remember I said to a girl,
Uh-huh.
listen, I know we're getting on in that, but we having sex tonight because Red Dwarf's on at 9. And I didn't want to miss
Oh,
it. It was the
Red Dwarf-
final.
I hate Red
It was the
Dwarf.
final one.
Hate it. It's not. It's still making the shit.
And it worked. I had the sex.
Mark Radcliffe, I think, met Sinead O'Connor. I think it's
Oh.
Mara, and he told it. No, sorry. It's a Vic Reeves and Mortimer.
Right, okay.
And Mortimer had met
Bob
her.
Mortimer,
Bob
yeah.
Mortimer met her in her prime.
Oh,
And he said everybody was there and just the men all get like,
I bet.
She was potent. And he'd went up to her and said, do you have a local shop where you come from or something? And she goes, yeah. And then just turned away from him. And he says to this day, he
He's
still
like-
gets that feeling.
Oh, God.
Cringe.
But you think you're like okay.
But somebody like that, it's funny because a lot of these people complain. You hear like women complaining, and they've a point to it. Like, who's going to approach them?
Okay, right. Here's a great example, and you'll understand this perfectly.
They're not wanting somebody
you're
going,
at a
I
bar.
love you so much.
No, you're at a bar,
Yeah.
right? Now,
Mhm.
I'm asking you to think on the spot,
Right.
right? I'm going to say it
No
quickly.
good at that.
You've got to go up to someone and say something to introduce yourself. And who's that person? Grace Jones.
Oh,
Go.
I would just put on a kind of Dolph Lundgren accent.
Doesn't work. You're not Dolph Lundgren, son.
I don't know. In the dark. Is it a well
No,
lit bar?
well lit. She can see. There's a spotlight on you.
I would say, do you fancy an arm wrestle hen?
You'd lose. She'd just laugh
Should
at you.
lose, yeah.
No, you'd lose.
I'd offer
You
to
would
like
lose.
put some oil in their arse
Constantly oiled.
constantly. Oh,
There's nothing you can say
she's
to her.
getting on a wee bit now, Grace, but Grace Jones in her prime.
Powerful.
Holy fuck!
My God, it's like she wasn't real.
Holy fuck!
She
And she
was
would have just
Carved.
that Russell Harty thing is so fucking good.
She
Keep slapping him.
she just keeps hitting him, going fuck you, and keeps hitting him.
Listen to me, smack.
Smack. It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
She just
Nice bit.
doesn't give a. She's like, there is an energy to her. She doesn't give a fuck.
No,
She
she
doesn't play
doesn't
by
care.
any rules. Doesn't care.
She came into Heathrow and had
Uh-huh.
to stop her because the amount of handcuffs and whips she had in her bag.
So good.
Number 4, use flirtatious touching. When you decide on the
Okay.
target, a quick knee touch will do wonders,
I-
combined with a laugh and a hair flick.
I'll be honest with you. I don't think that works anymore. I don't,
I don't
think
like
you get
being
away with
touched.
it. No.
Someone touches me, you go,
I
ah,
don't
nah.
think
Did you wash your hands?
there are people I've worked with who are very touchy feely, and you get women at work who are very touchy feely,
Right.
and it's kind of off-putting.
I don't like it.
No,
I told you a story. I met this friend of mine, actually. I have a tattoo
yeah,
of her.
yeah. Uh-huh.
And the first time I met her, we got on really well. We had a
Ah.
right laugh. And she went to give me a hug. And I went, nope. And I put my hand out.
Uh-huh.
But she walked into it and all you heard was, and it was like I really smacked her. And she went, whoa.
That's you.
And I went,
That's how you have to deal with
I
cattle.
don't know you.
That's how you deal with cattle.
I'm not hugging you. Because everyone's hugging. I went, no. And all the other people that were there were hugging each other.
Ah.
No one even attempted
I don't
it.
hug somebody. I've
One
met
smack
the
to the
first time.
forehead.
That's madness. I
Don't do it.
I don't like. I don't mind handshakes. I'm not as weird as you. I don't like.
I don't
being
like
touched.
hugging and...
But
Ugh.
I don't like the handshake thing from fucker I don't know. And I've said to people, no, I don't shake hands, just to be mischievous.
Yeah.
And you should see their wee faces. But handshakes have gone.
And I'll tell you something.
It's the fist
You'll
bump.
hear another thing. A fist bump's fine because
Yeah.
it kind of, but if you hear a man, especially in the manosphere, telling you, stand up straight, make eye contact, firm handshake, don't listen to it. Just shake your hand. Just shake your hand and be polite and nice.
Saying if you're going to shake somebody's hand, it has to be quite a firm handshake. If you just a limp
Why?
handshake's awful. It's
No,
weird.
no, no. If it's limp, it's offensive because you're going, shake my hand,
Aye.
right? Just shake your hand.
Just a normal.
But don't
no,
squeeze someone's
no,
hand.
No, but I'm
If you
speaking
do
of-
that,
I'm
war.
speaking about a decent handshake.
Don't-
Yeah, but not
no.
not a limp.
Don't.
They say the royal family, because they have to shake so many hands,
They just go,
it's just like a dead fish.
it's just like hot dogs hanging there.
They've gone a bit quiet, I notice.
Yeah. I haven't seen Meghan Markle out on the picket lines with all her fellow actors.
No,
Strange that.
there's talk that they're splitting up.
Well, I
Well,
could get in there.
Do you know he was wanting to
I
have
like
a
him.
podcast? They've got a podcast. Our podcast's better than theirs.
Very much,
Much
so.
better. But you know who he was wanting to interview? He thought, because
Who?
he's a world figure,
Yeah.
he was wanting to interview fucking Vladimir Putin and Elon Musk and all these kind of.
Oh my God.
He thought he was.
He
on-
believes he's
Yeah,
something.
He thought he
He
had something-
believes it.
he-
That's a
he-
shame, actually.
He said he thought he'd something to say to discourse on the planet.
Oh my God.
Him.
I bet he has
Whatever-
a ball on the
what-
Xbox.
Ever you fucking think of Vladimir Putin, he's a fucking piece of shit. But he's been around.
Yeah.
His machinations.
Did you see when Reagan
Aye.
visited, I think, Moscow,
right?
and he just met a guy in the street with his son, and
Aye.
it was Putin, and it was all fake.
Oh, it was all fake.
Oh.
Have you heard? Speaking of Elon Musk, have you heard what they've been up to the latest one?
What's that?
People have been buying Teslas, and Teslas say.
I have heard this.
So the guy
Yes.
was told on a full charge 365 miles,
Yes.
and it turned out he could only do half that, less on a cold day. So he thought there was something wrong with the battery. He contacts Tesla, and they say, "No, we're going to do we don't need you to come in. We're going to do a thing with no, your battery's fine. You don't have to come in."
Yeah.
So they've been cancelling.
There's a whole
appointments.
team being put together
It's all a
to
fraud.
put people off.
It's a
the whole
fraud.
thing's a fraud.
It's a fraud.
Yep.
Now I wonder what the numbers are like on other cars, other rival companies.
I was
Is
watching
this the
a
whole
short
sector?
documentary, and it's not a documentary, it was an article.
Right.
Sorry. And it's this journalist saying people don't understand how the other car companies have overtaken Tesla by years,
Is it?
decades of development.
But was that not always going to happen? Because
Yeah.
Tesla, although it's a big company compared to Nissan, that's tiny.
They're the most. They've got the most value of any car company, and all the other ones combined. It's all nonsense.
It's all bollocks.
It's all nonsense. No,
Not that it's mass to women, because
Toyota, all
all
those Peugeot, Citroen are doing amazing work. But
Right.
yeah, it's all
but it's
just fake.
fake. You just
it's all fake.
imagine a company that employs just a warehouse full of lying
And
people.
Toyota have just announced their new battery,
Uh huh.
which is not lithium based. I don't believe
Okay.
has double the range, half the price. They've been working on this for years in the background,
Right.
and this battery is just going to.
That's going to change
It's going to
everything.
change a lot.
Elon Musk in these days, he's always going to be rich. He's got too much money to spend, but he's just going to be an insignificant figure.
Yeah, just a piece of shit like he
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
So
The women love him. I wonder why.
who knows? Well, what
Wonder
do they
why.
see in that billionaire?
There's a lassie that married him. Is it not the girl that was in like the original Golden Compass? Like that
Riley.
material?
Is that her
It's an
name?
English actress.
Tallulah Riley.
Yeah.
Riley. That's it. Yeah. Where'd that come from?
I think
Holy
it's yeah,
shit.
But she's been maybe married to him twice or something.
Yeah, I saw.
And she looks mental.
There
It's
was a-
like she's done.
There was a documentary about Elon Musk, and she's sitting there, and this is the time she came back to him a second time,
Yeah.
and he's got all these kids running around her, and she's just sitting there going, "What the fuck have I done?" You watch someone's soul just
Oh,
leave their
no.
body. It's the funniest thing.
He's a lot of kids, doesn't he?
Oh, it's horrible.
But
All
he'll be
over the place.
jizzing into jars and getting them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 5, qualify them. People don't like doormats. Be a challenge. Disagree, but not too much. The man will start to work to validate your opinions. So remember, ladies, if you want a man, act challenged. I think that's what it said.
Mm. You need to. You wouldn't want somebody to agree with you all the time.
No, that's
That would be horrible. I've
It
met
doesn't
people
work.
who are just like a kind of social chameleon, and they try and charm you all the time by just
agreeing with
them
you. No, it
and
doesn't
laughing
work.
at.
I agree
I
with
always
me.
throw in a bad joke, and if they laugh, I know they're at it.
Well, it's like I remember I was in an argument with this girl years ago, and she goes, "God, you just think everything you say is right." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, that's why I said it. If I'm wrong, then you could prove me wrong."
Yeah.
But yeah, of course I do.
Yeah.
So when you see there's little mix-ups like
spark,
yeah, but you've got to
Okay.
be challenged.
Be challenged.
Number 6,
Uh-huh.
the 7-hour rule. This is very important.
Okay.
Don't have sex for 7 hours after meeting a man. You can weed out, this is what it said, the creepy, the needy, and the weedy. Someone's thought this through. This is very important information we're putting out into the world here. You're welcome, ladies.
I remember kind of in the early, when you're young, you see women comedians on the telly, and you're starting to, what is women? Women are, how can I learn
Yeah.
the rich tapestry of womanhood? And it was Jenny Eclair.
Oh,
and
yeah.
she said she didn't like men licking her out, so she just used to clean her arsehole up the way. And then there's a woman called Margie Clark. Remember her? Margie Clark.
Yes, I do know.
Kind of unpleasant creature.
Really not, actually.
No, she's not.
No, she's fucking wonderful.
Is she wonderful,
I met her.
Margie
I
Clark?
met her.
Well, she's
She's wonderful.
She said if men ever go try and lick her out before sex, she knows they've got a small penis.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah. Oh, you met Margie Clark?
Yes, in 20th Century Scut, her act. And
Where's she been?
I don't know where she's been. That was many years ago. But she is a fucking delight and one of the smartest people I've ever met.
Oh, well, there you go.
And her and her brother, her and her brother wrote, if this didn't go international, I think, this film, but they wrote Letter to Brezhnev.
Yes.
Go and watch that.
Oh, no, that is
Brilliant.
a good film. That is a good film.
Brilliant film. And it was her and her brother wrote it.
Okay.
Now.
That's a good. I was Colin Firth.
No,
the other Firth.
Yeah.
One
Wonderful.
of the Firths.
Wonderful.
The blonde
film.
Firth.
Curly hair.
Colin Firth.
I don't know the names.
Come on. Who cares?
Number 7.
Okay.
This is the one I like because my girlfriend does this with me.
Jesus.
Reward good behaviour.
Well,
If he does
biscuit.
something good, reward him with positive reinforcement. For example, if he opens the door for you, reward him with a grateful smile and or a small treat such as an M&M.
No, Kimmy, you're supposed to do.
What?
Women like Primula cheese.
Is this a fact?
Yeah, if you see it Crufts, they get the agility.
Yeah.
They've always got a tube of Primula, and you just give the dog a wee squirt. What's with women?
Does that work with women?
Mm-hmm.
I like M&Ms.
The shrimp one in particular.
I could imagine. Bad
I
behaviour.
don't like M&Ms.
Do you not?
You know when M&Ms were invented?
When?
Wartime. The American troops had them.
They're fucking great.
I don't like them, but the shell so they didn't melt in their pocket.
Now, what's the other one? Skittles.
I like a Skittle.
No, they almost killed me.
I like a
you like a
I like a
Skittle?
Skittle.
Do you know what happened? I was watching
How,
dinosaurs.
did you put 40 of them up your arse?
No, I was watching dinosaurs.
Do you mean real dinosaurs?
Yeah, they were all in front of me. There was a 100-foot one. There was raptors running around. It was wonderful. I was having a great day. And to enjoy the spectacle, I had a packet of Skittles.
Uh-huh.
And I put 3 or 4 in my mouth.
Always.
And as I started to swallow, I had an allergic reaction to them. And I barely got them down. They weren't coming up. And I got down. And it was that bad. The room started getting black. I started passing out.
Oh my God.
Because I wasn't getting air. And they went down and went, oh, I'm fine. I don't think I'll have any more. And I've not had the Skittles since. They almost killed me.
I like to see how many Maltesers I can get in my mouth at once.
I know you do.
And then you just have a moosh, like a big... I like doing that.
Jesus.
I used to like when I was a kid, just eating digestives, just to see how many I could keep before I swallowed any. And your mouth would be out like a hamster.
But you can't swallow
No, you can.
digestives, though.
Yeah, you can.
But
Enough
you got a
saliva.
drink. No, you
No,
can't have enough
no.
saliva.
How many Jacob's crackers can you eat?
Oh, 1. Probably 1.
I could eat a packet. Do you see that? Remember back in the day that had people trying to eat a spoonful of cinnamon?
Yeah, and they die.
They die, yeah.
Bad behaviour can be countered with a sharp, short no.
Is this okay?
This is teaching men.
Okay, that might work.
Number 8, peacocking.
Oh, peacocking, right?
Dress to impress even while just going to the store. Someone who cares about themselves are highly attractive. Also, remember cleavage. Yeah, a man wrote this. It just says remember tits at the end of it.
There's a few Tory MPs. I think Dominic Raab wrote some manual for femininity. Again, the thing
Showing
is
women how to
should
be
walk.
fit. Oh.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Number 9.
That Jonah Hill, is it Jonah Hill's got himself in trouble because he had a list for his girlfriend tattooed.
I see a lot of the men
Because
that
he
are all,
thinks he's
they're
the
saying
catch.
it's just preferences. They're just
He
preferences.
thinks he's the catch.
Yeah, no. Did you see his girlfriend?
With
She's
Shaboni.
fucking beautiful.
And you know
brilliant surfer, gorgeous, and him.
Because he gets giant, fat and slim,
Oh, it's
slim.
just
That
horrible.
loose skin's got to go somewhere.
It's not good. His sides will look like an abacus. Ugh.
That'd be awful.
Now, number 9.
He'll have a cock flap. It'll be like a cat flap, but his cock's behind it.
A crab flap. Very
And his
sticky under.
carapace.
Oh. Number 9.
Like a pancake, like a crepe, just hanging down.
But the smell.
Oh,
Continue improving. 90% of the things that make you unattractive to men.
lifelong learning was a thing 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's not now.
No, you don't do
People have realised it's a waste of time.
it. 90% of the things that make you unattractive to men can be changed. Better career, better body. What's holding you back, ladies?
Jesus Christ.
I was actually really enjoying this last night. It was making me laugh. I mean, it's terrible, but I was really enjoying it. Now, the last one, number 10.
Okay.
Don't overdo it. Talk to a max of 5 targets per night. Too many targets will make men avoid you as they won't feel special. Also, you'll be considered a slut. So that's it, ladies. We have improved you.
It's within reach.
It's
Empowerment.
oh my God, it's the most
The Women's
sexist
World
thing
Cup's
ever.
on, so you didn't have to. Again, that's them in the ascendancy.
Oh.
And I'm looking at the film The Marvels, and it looks really good. I'm looking forward to it.
I've still not seen the trailer. I've still not seen
I
it.
watched the last episode of Secret Invasion with Samuel L.
What's
Jackson.
that?
It's a Marvel thing.
Oh,
Skrulls.
God, I just don't care about
And
that.
it ends with 2 people just growing big limbs and punching each other. It's just the worst thing I've ever seen.
I'm kind of done with the Marvel thing.
I'm just done.
I was done with it. I think I saw the first
No, I've never overly liked
Captain
it.
America. and
I've
went,
never
"Nah."
seen any of the films more than once.
No. They're not films, though.
No, they're not films.
They're just noise, jangly keys, and a roller coaster ride.
That's why women like them so much.
Jangly keys.
Yeah, jangly
Oh my
keys.
God! So this is a
Well,
special.
those were good.
Thanks, Mark.
Look at that wee jelly man. Look at him. He's a bit insecure.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He's drawing you in.
Is he drawn you in?
Coy.
Come and taste my wee jelly bits.
Oh, Jesus. Ladies and gentlemen. So this is a special because
special?
we care.
Well, not really.
Well,
but-
no, I'll tell you what happened this week.
Uh-huh.
On Monday, I had a citation
You
to
had a
go to
court
court.
case, uh-huh.
Yeah, for
I've
jury
told you time and time. If you get steal underwear off lines, do it at night.
at
And
night.
don't use your own car.
Not my own car. I should write that down.
Simple.
I was doing jury service, so it
both
got cancelled.
both of us have been asked to do jury
every
duty,
day.
and neither of us have actually done it. And every day you have to fucking phone in.
So, and I just checked it again this morning, and that was it, dismissed. So I didn't need to go in. But that was the whole week. But that's like my 5th time in 11 years.
Wild.
I
And
don't
you're the
understand.
last person.
And I've had
ever.
I've only done it once.
Ah,
I've been
yeah.
called. That's the only time I've not been called. I've had
Mm.
to go in every other time. And some of them, they're just, the one court case I had like 10, maybe 11 years ago, actually. It's 11 years. It was just 2 guys punching each other in the street. And one fell back and went through a shop window. And there was a couple of stitches. So
Oh.
that just elevated it
Yeah.
too.
Mm.
And then they're
Yeah.
both saying nothing happened.
Ah, no, man.
You know, and then we get called. You get a clipboard and
Yeah.
all this, and you're going to be in the jury, and then you go into the room. They say, "Look, it's all over. Just go home." Well, I barely sat down, and the clerk came in and went, "That's it." The guy.
You think it's
pleaded
gonna be
guilty.
like 12 Angry Men, but it's not.
No. I went in once, and we're sitting there, and they put your name in a
Like
a
a
jar,
tombola
just
thing,
like that,
yeah.
a jar of sweets, and or not your name, your number.
Uh-huh.
Rather, and your number comes out and you're called. So on this occasion, I wasn't. So we're sitting there and we had to wait till the sheriff had finished all the parts, all the bits he had to go through. And this woman's sitting while shopping, and she went, "For Christ's sake, how long is this going to take?" Now, when you're in a court and they're going through all these things, don't shout out, "For Christ's sake, how long is this going to take?" This cop stood up. He was huge, and he walked over to her. And he talked through his teeth and he fucking speak again, I'll fucking murder you. Like, he was furious. Like, the woman went, "Oh," like that. And she was absolutely put in her place. But it's not what you think. It's
No.
chaos.
No.
And it's that much chaos when you go down to the court. You don't get to think.
No.
You go in, there's a sign. They take your letter. You come with me. You sit there. You stand up. You lot sit there. You don't get movement. You don't get to think. You're all
No. Yeah. Corralled.
corralled and herded. It's
And the accused just got her tits like that.
and the cues.
You're
I'm
like,
like innocent every time. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, to be honest, it could be a man, a fat guy just squeezing the cleavage. You're
Don't matter.
like, innocent.
Don't matter.
Innocent.
Bibs are bibs.
We need the Sharkticons from Transformers, the movie.
What's that?
Guilty or innocent.
Oh, I don't know what you're
Oh,
talking
well,
about.
look it up.
I'm not going to do
Look
that.
that shit up.
I'm not going to
Look
do that.
that shit
Ladies
up.
and gentlemen, join us
Ba
on
weep grana weep ninny bong. Continue.
Join us on Patreon, where you can see this video version of this beautiful studio. Now, this morning when I came in, I took some pictures to put up on Twitter of the
Did
studio,
you?
so people could see what's
Okay.
going on. You see your work of art, the folk.
Yeah.
What's
the
it called?
butterfly. The beautiful butterfly.
What's it called?
Mosaic.
Mosaic. That's it. Not collage. I was thinking collage.
Well, I could do a
Mosaic.
collage if you wanted.
That was my favourite kind of art. Collages.
I
I
bet
love
it
them.
was.
It was spotted our Deacon Blue poster, which
So-
I hate,
I love it.
and that's why you put it there, because you knew I'd hate it.
Okay.
And then in detail, all our lovely
Yeah,
gifts that we'll have.
this is looking.
and my new favourite one that you got was this chainsaw.
Yeah, chainsaw.
It's wonderful, ladies and gentlemen.
You all
This is an
enjoy-
extra
yeah, an
special
extra, this is an
because
extra.
we care.
This is an extra one.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, people. Thanks for the sweeties. Wash your balls.
Oh, it's quite a wind down on this one. What
Just
the
all
energy's just
winding
gone.
down and it's all just going.
Are you done?
Ta-ta. Oh,
no,
Oh,
it has to
well-
go in order.
okay.
Laters.
Ta-ta.